Good morning. Good morning and welcome to the College Forum for today. I am standing in for Dean Larry Beatty, Dean of Chapel, Student Life and Engagement. Today we have an awesome program for you today, and it's going to feature our current SGA president as well as our SGA president-elect. Just to kind of give you guys a quick overview of what's to come this upcoming week. We have a few events. We're still doing events during this COVID season, and we have a lot of events for you today during this week. This week is Omega's week, and Omega's been doing an awesome job along with ResFest. ResFest has been going on, so when you see the big water slides and all of the field events, feel like it's field day. ResFest is doing their thing, as well as the men of Omega Psi Phi has put together an awesome week of events. On Sunday, they had Easter Sunday, Easter egg hunt. On Monday, they had Manhood Monday, where you can take pics, as well as doing a Wet and Wild water blast. Yesterday, they had a kickball tournament, which was awesome, as well as a Greek basketball tournament, followed by the carnival with food trucks out there on Alumni Hill. Today, it will be doing a staff appreciation, giving out some items, soaking the sun, and a cookout and a powder puff game on tonight, as well as tomorrow, followed up by an event in Pearson Hall, and ending with Friday, Trap and Paint. And that's where you guys get a chance to kind of paint, while you're listening to music. The preferred music at the time I think they have is trap music. If you don't know what it is, go look it up. Karaoke as well. And Saturday, last but not least, they're going to do skate night at, if I'm not mistaken, 280 skate. So look forward to that. They have an awesome week. Next week will be Sigma Week. They have a few events coming up as well, followed by Spring Arts Festival. So you guys don't want to miss that. And last will be Senior Week going into graduation. There will be two graduations this year. One graduation honoring two classes, and that's the class of 2020 and the class of 2021. So we're excited about that, especially to bring on to make sure that the class of 2020 gets honored during this year. And we know 2020 has been a pandemic year where a lot of things that we wish we could have done, we were not able to do. So look forward to that. All right. So without further ado, I want to bring on our special guest for today, Miss Jeanette Ursula Bender. How you doing, Miss Bender?
I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm doing pretty good. So if you guys don't know, if you're just now tuning in, we have our current SGA president for the 2020-2021. We call it the COVID year, Miss Jeanette Ursula Bender. And listen, Miss Jeanette has been doing an awesome job as SGA president. So just tell us how was this year for you during your administration?
Oof. This year was trying, but like you said, God gives his toughest battles to his strongest warriors. So we are still here. We are still here.
That's good. That's good to hear. And I know we're going to go into the student address after we get a selection from Mr. Whitehead in a couple minutes. So I see you have a golden bear in the background. Awesome picture.
From the last administration.
yeah, Keela Lawrence, awesome.
Yes.
Awesome. I know, after you do your dress, we're going to also have our SGA president-elect come in and say a few words as well. So we're excited about that. So tell us just a little bit about how, without getting into your address, because I know you're going to, put a lot into your address, but tell us a little bit about, going into the pandemic, how did it start off? Because as soon as you got elected, I think the next week or the week after, we had to go straight home for the pandemic.
it was literally a few days after, 3 days to be exact.
Wow.
And they were doing emergency leave, so it was like, oh my God, it was like, dang, we just got in office. Can we get a little time to let it marinate, let it simmer a little that we're here? But it gave us time to really kind of like reflect on everything that we wanted to do. And even though there were things that we wanted to do that we didn't know that COVID was gonna really be like that big brother hovering over your back saying, nah, you can't do that. You know, we had to kind of maneuver around COVID-19, which was, I don't know, it was difficult, but I wouldn't have wanted to reign in any time, because it gives me a whole new outlook on what it means to be a student body president, what it means to lead and follow at the same time. So thank you, Zoe. I didn't know I could see the comments.
Yeah, I just posted comments on there. Thank you for Ms. Jackson. You obviously have done a fabulous job, and you'll get to that, a lot of the stuff in your address. So without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and put you backstage, and we're going to bring on Mr. Whitehead, and then we're going to bring you back to deliver your State of the Student address.
Okay, thank you.
No problem. All right, so Mr. Whitehead, are you available?
Yes, sir. How you doing there,
How's it
Mr.
going
Moody?
today? I'm doing. I'm blessed and highly favored, my brother. So I'm just glad to be, as most would say, in that number one more time. So I'm just glad to be here, my brother. All right, what you got for us today?
I'm gonna play a little quick hymn for us. Lift the Savior up, lift him up till he speaks from eternity.
All right, take us away.
All right.
All right, some of the best fingers to ever grace that organ on this side of the Mississippi. Thank you so much, Mr. Whitehead, for blessing
Thank
us today. Anything else that for the choir? We have one of the best choirs in the nation, under the leadership of Miss Harris, Valerie R. Harris. Could you tell us a little bit about that?
Well, last week we had very heavy presence during the religious emphasis week, and this week we will be singing on the honors convocation this week. Also, we also have a concert, spring concert coming up soon. The dates have slipped my mind. You put me on the spot, so I cannot remember the dates right now. So I do apologize for that, but we'll get that information out to the campus so that everybody could stay tuned for that. Okay.
Awesome. So are there still auditions going on, or?
Yes, sir. There's still auditions going on. What you would do is you would submit a video audition to vrharris@miles.edu. You would need to do 2 selections. All people interested in applying to sing in the choir and applying for a scholarship would need to send 2 videos of them singing a song of their choice. Send them to Ms. Harris. We want, if you're on campus now and you have a desire to sing, please come see us. We want you. We want you. If you have a desire to sing and you can't hold a tune, we want you.
There you go. You heard it here first. If you can sing, and there's scholarships available.
Yes.
So be sure to go ahead and submit your auditions. We have a lot of voices on campus, and I hate for it to go to waste.
Exactly.
So make sure you guys go ahead and audition. See Ms. Harris or Mr. Whitehead to submit your selections, and let's make it happen. Thank you so much today, Mr. Whitehead, and we'll see you again on next week. Well, for me, I'll see you tomorrow.
Okay, yes, sir. All right, take care. Have a good one.
All right, you too. All right, so next we will have our SGA president, current SGA president, 2020-2021, to give her State of the Student address, Miss Bender. How you doing today, Miss Bender?
I'm doing good. The nerves just kicked in.
It's okay. You got it. All right. So at this time, I'll let you go ahead and give your State of the Student address.
Okay, well, first and foremost, I'd like to thank everybody who is watching today. I'd like to give a special shout out to my current administration, my Vice President, DeMarcus Shaw, my Chief of Staff, Velma Webb, my Secretary of Community Relations, Kevin Keys III, my Secretary of Campus Activities, Charles Finklin III, my Secretary of Finance, Stella Studemeyer, my Secretary of Residence Life, Quentin Darby, and last but not least, my Secretary of Auxiliary Service, who will be the 2021-2022 SGA President, Ms. Kristen Lawrence. Okay, to start, my letter is to the students of Miles College. This year, we have endured trials beyond measures, from COVID-19 to fighting social injustice in what we see as our modern day civil rights movement, to going hybrid academically, and for many of us, straight virtually, to temporarily losing a dorm that many of our Miles College brothers looked at as home. It's safe to say we're still here. During my administrative reign, we came together and assisted in the cleanup of the Western Hill Mall, which was vandalized due to rioters. We became the first college to have a Black Lives Matter mural, which our students took hand in creating. We bridged the gap between Miles College and the city of Fairfield with our city cleanup, where we were able to have events as well to keep the students engaged. We met many dorm concerns that students have brought to us today. We partnered with the Links to get the students registered for votes, which assisted in bringing the first African-American vice president female to the White House. So I'm very proud of that. We also were given our first student lounge, which we named after our director of student activities, Mr. Leon Magic Moody. I have been blessed with such an amazing student body. You guys can't imagine how y'all make me feel. I appreciate how we've been able to come together and gather essentials for the men of Murchison. I appreciate the support we've had in the protests that we've conducted. I appreciate how we've shown that you just can't mess with one Golden Bear unless you mess with all of us. I realized this year wasn't what we expected, but it was needed. We needed to slow it down a bit and to gather ourselves. Someone wise once told me, it takes you being broken to be built into something extraordinary. With that being said, this next administration will excel, and with the support of the student body, they will do everything they can in our favor. This is not an easy task, but it was given to a tough soldier. So with that being said, I would like to introduce your 2021-2022 Student Government Association President-elect, Ms. Kristen Lawrence.
Hello.
It says hello.
Hello, Mr.
Hey.
Moody. How are you
How
doing?
you doing today, Kristen? So let me go ahead and edit this the name while I have you on. So we're gonna have all right. I'll say Kristen and Jeanette. All right. So Madam President-elect, how are you today?
I'm doing great. I'm doing great. How are you doing today, Mr. Moody?
Doing pretty good. So if I can get both of you guys in the screen real quick.
Oh.
That's actually
All right,
perfect.
so President Bender, so during your reign, that was first I want to commend you on the awesome job you have done for the students. You have been an amazing leader, have guided the students to the best of your ability to make sure during this COVID year, it's not an easy year. And I'm pretty sure with you being in a group meeting with SGA presidents.
I'm so sorry, Mr. Moody. You spelled my name wrong.
Yes, ma'am.
E-N. Thank you.
All right. I'm sorry. You're not Christine. You're Kristen.
I'm so sorry to interrupt, but that's my name right there. Put some respect on it.
All right. There we go. Is that correct, Madam SJ President-elect?
That's your name's correct?
Yeah, my name's
Okay,
correct.
okay.
All right. Okay. All right. So, Ms. Bender did an amazing job, and during this pandemic, it definitely was not easy. We basically had to learn on the fly on what we can do and what we cannot do during this pandemic. With having random COVID testing, and we had many students to get the virus at the time and put them in quarantine rooms. So when it came to events, we had to limit it to certain numbers. We had to go through all these guidelines and hoops to just have one event. So how were you able to navigate through that time?
So it wasn't easy, but I had a cabinet that really was on it. It was like, even if some of us weren't able to be there, like you thought we all were there because we were helping each other. With having students who listen. So when President Knight would hit us up and say, hey, these students need to have their masks on. And we're like, hey, y'all, we can't do events without the mask. So have the mask on. So to see how the student body was able to respect the rules, where normally you have students who might not want to, but they're like, hey, we want to do these activities too, and it's for us. So it's really the student body. Like we couldn't have done it just on our own. We needed the students to, come in and say, hey, we're going to meet you halfway for this, but we trying to get there.
You guys did an awesome job. President-elect, so you're coming in at this time, I want to say the end of the pandemic, but somewhere around the middle, hopefully towards the end of this pandemic. And first off, congratulations on being elected for the 2021-2022 school year. So give us some of your vision. Tell us who you are and what you're doing on campus before you got elected.
Okay. Well, first off, I am Kristen Lawrence. I'm from Savannah, Georgia. I went to high school here in Alabama, but my major is biology pre-med, and I'm currently a first semester junior. Before I really started getting into focusing on SGA president, I was serving with the athletic trainers and helping out with the football team. That was one of the first the first jobs I had here at Miles College. You know, waking up 4, 5 o'clock in the morning. That was fun. I'm also an honor. Well, I'm the vice president of recruitment and retention for the honors curriculum, and that right there, I love doing, because honors curriculum, that community right there within itself, and we open to everybody. The GPA, like, in order to be a part of the curriculum, there is the GPA requirement, but everybody's welcome to the meetings. But that environment in that space, like we really have a community, a family right there within our own community of Miles College, because we have like mental health talks as well, and then we'll have guest speakers who come. But enough about honors curriculum. I'm also a metacognition lab tutor, and that's also been very great too, because that's allowed me to see, you know, specific problems within, you know, academics, and, you know, how that feeds into problems with retention. Quiz Bowl. I'm also a Quiz Bowl member, and if we have anybody interested in Quiz Bowl, you know, you can definitely hit me up. We're always looking for new members. I was also recently crowned Miss Black and Old Gold for the Gamma Kappa chapter of Alpha Phi Alpha Fraternity Incorporated.
A thespian right here, y'all.
But one thing that one of my visions for next school year is really just creating that culture of Black excellence and uplifting each other and supporting each other continuously and constantly, because it starts with us. Change can't happen without us coming together, and that's going to be one of my main things.
Awesome. So tell us a little bit about, and this question is for you, Ms. Lawrence. So going into this upcoming school year, we know that in order to kind of keep down the COVID nationwide, I know our 46th president is asking everyone to get vaccinated, and which obviously include the students. I know the faculty and staff have taken their vaccines, and now it's like, okay, are the students going to take it? So give us a little insight on what you're hearing with the students and the vaccine.
I've heard a lot of students give so many different responses about taking the vaccine, just their opinions in general. Being African American, naturally there's going to be that hesitance to trust any kind of, medical, given with Tuskegee history. So I understand that's where a lot of students are coming from, but I also feel like it's very important to be educated about, about the vaccine, because, I hear a lot of people, I'm not taking it. And they'll have, reasons such as they don't trust the doctors because, Tuskegee, but they don't have any other medical, scientific background knowledge. And so they're kind of just going off of fears. And it's like, you need to be fully educated in order to understand. And if you can go through and find everything that you need and still be like, yeah, no, I'm still no. And that's perfectly fine, as long as you're educating yourself about that. Yeah. And one of the things that I've actually reached out to Unite Incorporated with Dr. Smith, and we actually did our HBCU Leadership Conference seminar with him last summer and will be this summer. And he has, basically given SGA an opportunity to really educate people about the vaccine. And, we'll have some educational information for it. If you want to, you can sign the pledge if you feel like you've learned enough and you feel like you're comfortable, but obviously that's not the case. And you do not have to do anything you don't want to do. But this really also gives us a chance to raise more money for SGA, and that in turn helps us do more for the students. So
awesome. So in addition to that, what Student Affairs is doing now, we have partnered with Academic Affairs and the Health Center to administer Johnson & Johnson vaccines for free for the entire student body. So an incentive for that is, once you're pre-registered and you have the vaccine, you get a free trip to Six Flags, April 24th. So I say it again. April 24th, we're going to Six Flags. If you
are you going?
Oh, I'm going. Are you going? So hey, if you want to get if you want your free ticket, which I think is like $35 somewhere around that. If you want their free ticket, we're taking buses. But in order to get on the bus and get your free ticket, you must be pre-registered. That's number one. The second is have your vaccine, because we want to make sure everyone is safe going to Six Flags, so we can have our fun, because it's the end of the year. We want to make sure everyone is vaccinated. I know I'm vaccinated. I kept hearing about you're gonna mutate if you take this vaccine. I was kind of hoping I did mutate, turn into Iceman or something. I don't know.
I was waiting for my mutant abilities.
But unfortunately, I didn't get those mutant abilities. But I'm just saying that to kind of give it incentives. I'll let you guys know that I trusted the process. I did my research to make sure that I'm able to take the vaccine, and I did, and I'm healthy, healthy as I ever been. So excited about that. All right, so moving on to the next little segment part. All right, so this transition period between Ms. Bender, Ms. Lawrence, I know has been a nice little smooth transition. All right, Ms. Lawrence, could you tell us, just kind of give us a little insight on what's to come in this upcoming year under your administration?
What's to come? Hopefully a lot. We definitely, especially with homecoming, we are going to go hard for homecoming.
Speak it into existence.
Like, you guys, we know we missed this last year, got to make up for it. So, and then
you call redemption.
And you guys definitely will be reaching out very soon to see who you guys want to see and hear from at the concert. So make sure y'all keep budgets in mind. But yes, also with definitely because COVID is dying down, that was really one of the main restrictions for events this year, and that was really one of the most complaints. We can't have certain events, but the main reason we weren't having the events was because of the capacity sizes. But since we can expand upon, we can have more events that y'all want to have to as well, where people won't be lying down the block or waiting outside. So yeah, just expect a great school year.
Yes. Now, I know next year, we are anticipating, and thank you, Dean Beatty. I just had to put this up. Dean Beatty said we're doing a great job, and
thank you.
He's loving this interview, so to speak. All right, so this upcoming year, I have to talk about the football season. All right, so football season, like, this schedule is, oh my goodness, like I'm so excited. I'm so excited. This upcoming season, we're starting off going to Alabama State University for the Labor Day Classic. I mean, it's about to be epic. And then we follow back up going down to Southern and Baton Rouge, Louisiana. and then we got some more some home games. We can't forget about homecoming with Benedict. So that's going to be epic. This upcoming homecoming is going to be epic. When I tell you epic, I mean, listen, we have the alumni putting together a schedule alongside with SGA. So, oh my goodness, I can't wait. I just hope I get a little time to kick back and enjoy some myself. And then
get Mr. Moody, get Tuskegee. That's the home game.
The last game of the season, Tuskegee. Listen, we're trying to go for a 3-P. I talked to Coach Ruffin, and Coach Ruffin's like, look, Moody, we trying to win it all this year. I'm saying every single game on the schedule.
Period.
Ending with Tuskegee for a 3-P. SIAC champ. Right. So that would be so I know Coach Ruffin has done a recruiting job, awesome recruiting job, bringing in some players that's going to do a phenomenal job. So in saying that football season, all right, I know the SGA get a chance to walk them games, and I'm excited about that. And I know I've spoken with, I think you, Kristen, as well as Jen Ross and Jira. Of course, this year in Jeanette, they didn't get a chance to walk this year. I thought it was just unfortunate they didn't get a chance to walk during a game. So hopefully this upcoming year they're able to, at least grace us doing homecoming with a walk and, get that whole experience that they missed during this pandemic. So how do you feel about that?
Oh, I love that, because that was, if I could have it, we had to do at least every home game, because y'all really, this past year, and all the student leaders, they did to the best of their ability what they could do. And especially with Jaron being the first, Mr. Miles, I really hate that he wasn't able to walk the field. Jaron, if you're watching, I love you so much, and I hate it for you. But
but Rico has taken it. You have to see the future, okay? Because you're going to see him on that field.
That's awesome.
Giving this current year's student leadership a chance to walk the field will definitely be something that we're pushing for. Like, if we definitely can happen.
Yes.
It can't, but it definitely can, because absolutely. they deserve their recognition and their praise.
Awesome. That's awesome. Now, student body, we just want to make sure. All right, so the student involvement. We know, when we compete against these schools, we see all the school spirit, right? We see everybody just going hard in the paint for their school when it comes to these games. Could y'all let us know? And I don't know who want to go first. Let us know how you guys, you're planning to like get the school pride, the school spirit back up to where it needs to be.
Okay. Well, all right. So let me start. Being this school year under the Lawrence administration, we're partnering with my sorority, Lambda Psi Gamma sorority, which is a service sorority. So we support student life and leadership. That includes SGA, band, choir, residence life, student activities, the football team, the basketball team. We have been given the task of spearheading the Bear Team backup, which is our school's pep squad. So if you guys are interested, I need people who have enthusiasm. You have to have school spirit. It doesn't matter how your swag can be different from anyone else's, but we are bringing it. I need guys. We will be having about 10 guys. We'll just say that. Where we'll paint your chest either purple or gold, and then it'll have the M, each letter, like we're going hard. We're going to show these other HBCUs, even though Miles College is a small HBCU, no one will match our spirit this year. Hello. And you can bet that. I said that, what time is it? 11:47 on April 6th. Or the 10th? Is it the 7th? It's the 7th. The 7th of 2021. No one will match our school spirit. Y'all will get the sophomores and the freshmen will get to experience what it is like being a Golden Bear, because y'all have no idea. And that's the sophomores who are becoming juniors. They don't have a piece of what Miles College really is. But when they get that feeling, come August 18th of 2021, from the Greek life, shout out to all the Greeks who are coming to the yard this semester. Shout out to the Greeks that will cross in the fall. You will feel what it means to be a Miles College student. Like, you just don't know. It's gonna be epic. Just get ready for it. Don't think of what we just had this past year as this being Miles College, because no, this is COVID. Okay, right. At Miles College, this is not Miles College. So get ready to see like the real MC.
All right, as you guys can see, listen, we have an awesome current SGA president and our incoming SGA president. Listen, I'm so excited. Number one, to be you guys' advisor, just to being your president. Because as
best advisor in the world.
Their advisor is not touching ours, and we said that. Our advisor is Superman.
Yeah. Listen, what do you do it all?
For real.
I appreciate. Thank you guys so much. And listen.
You better be ready, Tammy.
I was like, Tammy, we ready for you.
It's a heart for me, baby.
Listen, you guys know I love you guys, and as much as I give you guys advice, you'll hear it all the time. Sometime the student becomes a teacher. So as I'm advising you guys and you guys are learning from me, I'm also learning from you guys as well, because the life is ever changing, and 10 years from now, you guys are going to be learning from the younger generation on how they learn and how they experience life. So I want to thank you all for teaching me, keeping me, hip to the game, so to speak. All the new dances, all the new lingo. So a person like me, I'm starting to get gray hairs now. Oh Lord. I'm starting to get gray hairs, but I'm learning from you guys, learning the time, so I can be able to communicate. So I encourage all faculty, staff, learn from, I know we're teaching you guys generation, but also learn from your generation as well, because it's very paramount that we have that bridge of communication through the generations. So we know how to communicate. Nowadays, you have the young people are becoming the teachers. This thing right here, listen, you guys' generation has taught the older generation how to use this device right here. They were struggling for a while. They were struggling, but you guys caught them up. And that's to say, you guys' generation are leading the pack. You guys really are leading, us into the we're already in the 21st century, going into the 22nd century. So I want to thank you guys for all your hard work. All right. So as we close, and I know it's 11:51. All right, Madam SGA President Bender, give us a reflection on what you would leave for the students to remember for this year.
I would say that just keep pushing. Life is going to throw you so many obstacles your way that you will feel like the world is coming down on you. You will feel like you are alone. You will feel like you are just, every time you take 2 steps forward, you're always taking 14 back. And it's going to be a never ending cycle. But you have to realize that everything you do is for a purpose. So for me to be able to have students see me and say, I see you, means the world to me.
Wow.
Like, I can't express just being seen while I've gone through so much in this past year, personally, academically, just physically, emotionally, everything, to have people just say, I see you. It goes a long way. Remember, be kind to your fellow students. You never know what someone is going through.
That's right.
You never know how the smallest thing you can say affects someone. And always lead with facts. Never fiction. Always lead with facts. And you will excel beyond your wildest dreams. So that's basically
awesome. Now, what, Ms. Bender, what advice would you give to Ms. Lawrence as the incoming SGA president? What advice would you give to her?
Do not listen. Do not listen to negativity. Never doubt yourself. Always know that if you know what's in the best interest for the student body, they're going to follow regardless. You just have to show, hey, that sternness in your voice, I know what's best for us. You take in what people say, but at the end of the day, your vote is the only vote that matters. You have to trust yourself as a person, trust yourself as a woman, trust yourself as a business person, and then delegate. For me, in the beginning of our administration, I wasn't used to delegating. I was used to, if someone said they didn't want to do something, I was like, okay, well, let me do it myself. But no, you have to get into because it's going to be stressful. Like Keela told me, you add more stress onto yourself when you try to take on everyone else's job. Mm-hmm. And then when it comes down to the students, you have to really just listen to their concerns, but also make sure you have that good relationship with the students as well as the administrative people. Like it's not easy, and the student body does not see what goes on backstage. So I'd say that would be my advice for you, and my advice for the student body is be patient. Like, understand this is not an easy task, because if it was, you would have been in these shoes. Okay. And that's just keeping it real. Like, we can't get everything done right away. It's a process, and you have to meet us halfway. Like, when you want in-room visitation, just handle your business. No smoking on campus. You know the rules. Now it's time for you to follow them. You're rewarded with good behavior. That's just how life hands it to you on life's terms. So just be patient with the next administration. Trust them. Put your all into them, because they will put their all into you. You may not see it all the time or off bat because your questions aren't being answered right then and there, but just know that they are fighting for you.
That's awesome. Thank you so much, Ms. Bender. Listen, being the advisor for SGA, I've been in both positions, and when I tell you, most of the students don't see you guys work in the background. Like, it's a lot of work in the background, a lot of battles that you guys have to fight for the students, which of course the students don't see it during real time, so they can't understand why this is not being taken care of at that time. So I'll commend you guys for keeping your composure, because when the students are fussing at you, you want to be on the administration for not getting it done. And, like, listen, I got my students on my back. We got to get something done right now. Why you guys taking so long to, get it done? So, listen, I understand the frustrations, and I'm just happy to be able to be in this position to kind of help guide you guys to get things done to the best of my ability. And let me post Dean Beatty. Dean Beatty is so awesome, y'all. Dean Beatty has been my mentor since I was a student. And what he said, you guys are great. The future is very bright for the next generation. With your kind leadership, I feel good about the future of Miles College community. I love Dean Beatty. Like, you guys have no idea.
No one understand. I mean, if you are a junior or a senior, you know Dean Beatty from orientation. Dean Beatty, we love you from the bottom up. You just don't know.
All right. Before I get to Kristen to give us some words, listen, Ms. Bender, I want to commend you on your leadership. A lot of people don't know what you've been through, what you're going through, and what you will be going through in the future. But listen, you have been, oh my gosh, like I don't know too many people who can work 2 and 3 jobs, full-time, student, SGA, got your fur babies at home. Like, listen, all of that. It's full-time work, full-time job, to manage that and try to be a mentor to some of the underclassmen. My goodness. And Kristen, you're not too far behind her, because you got a workload too. So I just want to commend you on the work that you have done for the student body in your position. I know you still got this upcoming year to go. And we're still going to see a lot of Jeanette. So I can't wait to see that. Keep going, keep pushing. And and Kristen, lean on her whenever you get a chance. I'm pretty sure she'll be readily available for you if you need her. All right. So in saying that, all right, Ms. Lawrence.
Mr. Moody.
All right. You're coming in, and the students are, expecting, I'm not sure what they're expecting, but I'm sure they're expecting a lot from you. Give us some encouragement, give the students some encouragement of what to expect, for the closeout of this year going into the fall.
Well, number one, I know academics still is hitting hard right now. I just want to say, do do everything that you can. Reach out to your professors. Because there's a lot of students struggling, and I feel how nervous they can get. But if you just have faith, not even if you don't believe anything, have faith in yourself and do what you need to do and trust. And with next year, with everything, with COVID dying down, that'll take a little bit of less of a load off with being back in in-person classes. I really just want to tell the students and remind them that we are a community at the end of the day. We struggle together, we fail together, we succeed together. So you're not alone. Sorry, that's really the message that I want to say. You're not alone. So no matter what you're going through, whether it's academics, whether it's mental, whether you got home situation, we are your family, and you can always come back to us. You can always rely on us. So, this is a family at the end of the day. So I guess that's what I really want to leave the students with. And I'm always fight for my family. I know Jeanette always gonna fight for her family. Mr. Booney, I know you gonna fight for your family.
You already know it.
I know my cabinet will fight for their family. So with that being said, I just want the students to trust us, because we are definitely trusting you guys. And let's have a great year.
Go Bears.
And listen, I want to thank you all for being able to deliver the address for the students today, Ms. Bender, and to give us your foresight, Ms. Lawrence, on what's to come. Thank you all for just being on and sharing your experiences and your love for Miles College and the student body. All right, so at this time, I'll go ahead and put you guys backstage and close out the program for today. But thank you guys so much, and I will see you guys in a few.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Moody.
All right, so we had an awesome program for today, you guys. I want to thank Ms. Bender, Ms. Lawrence for coming on and giving us that futuristic feel on what's to come for this upcoming year. You hear Dean Beatty say it all the time. Why are you here? What is your purpose for being? What do you hope to accomplish? What are your goals? I want to thank Dean Beatty for his mentorship, and not just myself, but for generations, decades of generations before me, before any of the students here on campus, and to current. We want to thank you for all your love and appreciation. Till next time. And I quote Dean Beatty once again: life is hard by the yard, but it's a cinch by the inch. Have a great day.